Venom Fang X is making it abundantly clear that he does not deserve any mercy he's ever been shown. He's acting like a child, and I know that's been said many times, but it can't be said strongly enough that he is out of control. And he is not going to go away. He's not going to stop trying to do harm to people who criticize him. Fortunately, he hasn't really done anything to me personally. But this move against DPRJones didn't really bother me when I didn't think that anything would come of it. But now, hearing about DPRJones' suspension, this is just ridiculous. YouTube is showing that it supports Venom Fang X's crusade against freedom of speech. Although there's not as much we can do about that as we can about Venom Fang X. I think it's safe to say that he is going to be in more trouble now than for all of this than anything he's done before. With all the evidence against him, I don't see how anyone can support him. But there is a number of supporters of him, not just random users on YouTube, but the channel, what is it, Young Earth Christians, all is one word, of course. Yeah, Young Earth Christians, that's a group that he's kind of a part of, and I think maybe he's been posting things on that channel. All those people, by supporting Venom Fang X, they're a party to this, to all this that he's doing, because they've mirrored the video where DPRJones allegedly requested that that the young lady stripped naked, which she wasn't completely naked anyway, but yeah, that's been pretty much refuted. And yet the suspension was still done. Obviously, YouTube doesn't investigate these things. They just react, and it's ridiculous. Venom Fang X does not deserve any of the mercy he's been shown, and any of the amount of kindness. Every ounce of hatred that has been poured out in his direction is not even half of what he deserves. I don't care if he has problems. I don't care if he's been rejected and he has no friends. He needs to be held accountable for his actions. If he is so determined to join his hero Kent Hovind in jail, I say we oblige him. I say we send Mr. Hovind his new cellmate, where they can proselytize to all the murderers and rapists and liars and thieves. You know, his video on right and wrong was not just a refutation of an atheist's morality. It was also an admission of guilt. And I reiterate, as I said before, he is a liar and a thief, and nothing he says means anything. When he mentioned in his video atheists saying you ought to have done differently, that was his way of saying I ought to have kept my word and donated everything above $500 that was donated to me within the month to the Sick Kids Hospital, as I promised. He knows that what he did was wrong, not by our standards, no, by his own standards. He claims to uphold the the code of conduct that's in the Bible. He claims to be this beacon of morality and salt and light, whatever that's supposed to mean. But he can't even uphold it himself, and he admits that too. But he still claims to have the moral high ground. He knows he's guilty of committing crimes, but he doesn't feel guilty about it. He has cried wolf so many times and in so many different ways that he could even make a perfectly good point, or say something that is true, reveal a great insight, and there would be no way we could possibly listen to him or believe it, because we don't know when he's lying and when he's telling the truth. Based on history, we have to believe that everything he's saying is a lie, because he's gone back on everything he said he would do. Whether it's leave YouTube, donate money to a charity, believe in freedom of speech, he has rendered his word utterly worthless. He has no credibility. Less than none, if that's possible. You almost have to think that whatever he says is the opposite of what he means. But we know the true motivation behind the things he does and the things he says. We know he suffers from narcissistic personality disorder, which to me just means that he's unable to think about anyone but himself. And so it shows through in his actions. From the very beginning of his so-called ministry, we know that he was only in it for his own ego, to make him feel good about himself. He uses both his supporters and his detractors in order to make him look like what he wants to be, which I guess is whatever Kent Hovind was trying to become. He's trying to become this messiah, this, maybe that's it. Maybe he's got some kind of messiah complex. And so he claims persecution on all of this stuff, all this calling out that gets done on everything he does. And, now he's being crucified, I suppose. But he's certainly not turning the other cheek.